Earlier today, another disaster class of goalkeeper Gianluigi Donnarumma in Liga. Yesterday, at Euro 24 ceremony, we all heard these really strange sounds. Today, Arsenal, we know that they will face Liverpool in the third round of the FA Cup. And then, just in breaking news, Paul Pogba will miss football until 2025. My name is Giuseppe, let's cover football together. Before speaking about the top leagues and the top clubs in Europe, I'm asking you, it's a very special moment, maximum of like on today's video. It's the very first one, we are opening the channel, so if you didn't yet, and I'm sure you didn't, please subscribe to the channel because now we start and we will not stop. We start with Paul Pogba. Paul Pogba will be banned for 2 years. Why? For unintentional breaches to doping regulation. At least if we are listening to the source, that is Sky Sport, quite important source. It's a disaster not seeing the Frenchman on the field until 2025. From one disaster, we go to another disaster. Today, Gianluigi Donnarumma was playing with his Paris Saint-Germain against Le Havre. They were trying to go at +4 from Nice, yet today Donnarumma went totally crazy. After a few minutes of the game, he went out of his goal and went with a total crazy kick, nearly touching the face of the striker of Le Havre. Le Havre, a total disaster. Fabian Ruiz, also him, subbed out after a few minutes for a big injury to the shoulder. Big problems for the midfield of PSG? We don't know. The good news, for them at least, is that yesterday, le premier accro pour les Aiglons, this is the title of L'Équipe, the French paper that is telling us that Nice lost their very first game, the best defense of Europe with 5 only goals conceded, were not able to score. The big problem of Nice, because they only scored 14 until now, and they see now themselves in the ranking at -4 from Paris Saint-Germain. We hear another news from Ligue, because yesterday the question in press conference to Luis Enrique was, will you reinforce yourself in the winter mercato? He said, if there are some opportunities, yes. Looks like they are not okay. They want even to score more than the 36 goal that they scored until today. Now we switch from Ligue 1 to Premier League with a Sunday Mirror Sport that is speaking, of course, at the big game of yesterday. Newcastle that won against Manchester United. Flash Gordon is the big title yesterday after Manchester United was trying to climb again that ranking of Premier League yesterday. Newcastle was able to win 1-0. Good news maybe for the fans of United that want some change in management. Apparently, according to Gazzetta dello Sport, the Radcliffe era is about to start, with a promise, the promise of investing in a new stadium, or at least some investment in the stadium, and then also investing in the sporting center. What about Ten Hag, the coach of Manchester United? Looks like he will be reconfirmed, even if he was not able to beat Galatasaray, even if he was not able to beat today Newcastle. What about the Emirates Cup? We saw the draws. Arsenal will play a big game in the third round because they are playing against Liverpool. The things are going quite well in Premier League since Saka and Odegaard are playing again, because yesterday the two of them were able to score for that victory 2-1. They are on top of Premier League, even if they have to wait the game between Manchester City and Tottenham to understand how many points they will have on top of that league. Will it be 4 like today, or will it be just 1 point? We will discover it later this afternoon, and probably when you will see that video, you will already be aware. Sports Star is speaking, of course, about Manchester, but also about the words of Pep Guardiola that said it's time to enjoy the ride, because he's absolutely conscious that these beautiful magical moments are not forever. They can end from one moment to the other. So pay attention to Manchester City. What will be the score? I have absolutely no idea. I think that Manchester City will win. There are other news, maybe new faces for Premier League, because Premier League is looking to Serie A with some young talents that are owned by Juventus. There are some contacts between Newcastle but also Crystal Palace that wants to sign the Fenomeno, the new player that is a top talent in Serie A. He's playing at Frosinone. We are speaking about Mathias Soulé, but Englishman Ealing Jr. that is not finding a lot of playing time at Juventus with the first team. Looks like also him could go in the winter market to the Premier League. What about Gatti, the defender of Juventus? Well, he said no, and the club said no to Nottingham that yesterday lost 1-0. Probably they could have used the Italian defender that not only was able to win yesterday, but also score a winning goal at the 94th minute. We'll speak about Serie A later in today's video, but we continue with Sunsport that is speaking, of course, about a sad Martial, a sad and angry Ten Hag, but of course they're speaking about the Euro 24 ceremony of yesterday. It's coming not home, but this time it's coming moan. Why? Because we were all able to assist to that viral joke, that strange sound that we were all hearing, and we were all asking ourselves, is it my phone? Is it the phone of someone in my house, or is it real what I'm hearing here? Total disaster. Anyway, we now know nearly all the groups from A to F, with the big group of death that will be the one of Spain, Croatia, Italy, Albania, at least according to Spanish media. Group A, the first game will be between Germany and Scotland. Big game. Happy to see that will start on the 15th of June 2024. Then we go to another news linked to Euro, because Belgium will play with a Ligue shirt, the second away shirt, that is actually giving credit to Tintin. Really important, iconic figure in Belgium. I have absolutely no idea if this is the most beautiful shirt ever or the most disgusting one. Let me know in the comments. We go from Premier League to La Liga. Marca un chico yeye. Who are they speaking about? A guy that is yeye. They are speaking about Brahim Diaz. Hala Brahim. That's the title of us, because he's also kissing and touching and hugging a bit the boots, of course, with that fantastic assist. Hala Brahim Diaz, that was a player from Milan on loan there the last 2 seasons, went back to La Casa Madre, to La Camiseta Blanca. A lot of people were not expecting to see him at high level. He's now asking for more playing time, like Marca was saying. Brahim abre el marcador tras un grande pase de cross y vuelve a pedir más minutos. He's asking again more minutes. It's not the only player from Real Madrid that is in a magical moment, because Rodrigo confirma su buen momento. Rodrigo is confirming his fantastic moment. He's showing 5, but actually he already scored 7 goals in the last 5 games and 4 assists. Magic moment for the Brazilian player. But another magic moment is the one of Girona. Girona, the surprise of La Liga, that winning yesterday, remontada, they were losing 1-0 against Valencia, are again there at 38 points on top of La Liga. We continue, it's not over. La Hora de la Verdad, the Hour of Truth, is the title of Mundo Deportivo, a Spanish paper that is linking a bit towards Barcelona. This evening, the other derby, the other Clásico between Atletico Madrid and Barcelona. We will see if they will be able to draw and be totally out of the race of La Liga, or one of them will go and try to reach the 2 top teams of La Liga. There were some words of our striker, the number 9 of Barcelona, that was speaking against his ex-coach Simeone, saying that even the players of Simeone, they would have preferred to play the playing style of Barcelona. Attenzione, big chaos in La Liga between Felix and his ex-coach Simeone. And now we go towards Corriere dello Sport, Serie A, Italian League, tutto il bello che c'è, every beauty that there is on earth. Why? Because today there is a big game between Napoli and Inter in the Maradona Stadium, with Mazzarri that not only is finding back his ex-stadium, the Maradona Stadium, but also Osimhen that is ready to start and to play as a starter in the big game that will tell us if Inter will again go over Juventus, or for the very first time in 40 months it will be Juventus that will be there on top of Serie A, something that the Bianconeri are all waiting for. Big shock at 8:45 p.m. Italian time. Gazzetta dello Sport is speaking about yesterday, because yesterday il diavolo è vivo, the devil is alive. They are speaking about Milan that was able to beat Frosinone 3-1, a fantastic assist, another one of Maignan, Magic Mike, that is giving an assist immediately for a fantastic control of Pulisic. They were able at that moment to lead 2-0. They never gave up the lead. Tutto Sport is speaking about Mercato, ex-target of Manchester United, Adrien Rabiot, gobbo per sempre, forever a gobbo, a Juve player. But what about his contract extension? He will talk about it later in April. In Bundesliga, big game, even if Bayern Munich is not playing. We will see the big game between Leverkusen and Dortmund, 2 trainers that are there at the top of the best coaches of Bundesliga. If we know that Guardiola has the most winning rates with 80%, followed by Hansi Flick and Carlo Ancelotti, well, both coaches are at 63%, Xabi Alonso 62% of win for the coach of Dortmund, Edin. Terzic, the one that wins today, go over the other in that special ranking. Attenzione, because if Leverkusen is able to win, they will keep distance. Bayern Munich is of course hoping that they lose, because they want to go back, and we know that from the moment that Munich is going on top of Bundesliga, it's over for everyone. One that was not able to reopen the league, it is in Eredivisie in the Netherlands, where there was the big shock between Feyenoord and PSV. Feyenoord lost 1-2 instead of going at -4 and reopening the Eredivisie. Unfortunately for them, they are not now at -10. Big drama. Is Eredivisie already closed? Fast video with a lot of news in the weekend, so a lot of news. You will already know, for example, the Manchester City-Tottenham score. Let me know if you like that kind of new format with a lot of news from international football. It's now the moment to comment, to tell me what is your favorite club, what is your favorite league, but of course, don't forget to put a maximum of like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you for watching. My name is Giuseppe and we covered football together.